Hi everybody, it's Dina, and I'm back with another video. This video, I am showing you my finished purple binder project that I'm doing this series that I want to go through my binder of patterns. Now, these patterns were all on my computer and most of the ones on Etsy and Ravelry. I think I printed them all. I have to double check, but I want to go through these and I want to make them all. And I'd like to do it this year because so many times I see patterns and I'm like, oh, I really want to make that. And then it sits and I get discouraged, whether it looks too hard or it looks too tedious or I don't have the right yarn, whatever the reason, whatever the excuse, it just sits. And I am a firm believer is you don't have to have a reason to make something. One, practice makes perfect. And if the more you crochet or anything that you do, the better you will get at it and the more you'll learn. So if you want to eventually write patterns, the more you do, the better you will get at learning how to write your own patterns or doing your own designs. So even though, you know, it might seem random doing these things, it's not. Just, it's practice. It gives you something to do. And a lot of people do different things with their items. If it's a wearable, I do try and make it that it'll fit me and try and wear it. You know, a lot of times I will have bins full of things to grab for gifts, whether it's baby dresses or baby blankets or hats, scarves, things like that. So things can always be used, especially household things. Those are great gifts. So last week I have our little, she picks it from the binder. And last week she picked this wonderful, wonderful pattern. This is the Iris cardigan. And it's by Crochet Dreams with a Z. And she used the Mandala Baby, which is a size 3 yarn. And it's, I mean, as you can see here, it looks like it's thick, but it's not. It's a very flowy type of cardigan. So I didn't have a 3. So I wanted to use, because this is kind of striped, and I had the Karen Cotton Painterly Cakes, which kind of works up as a stripe. And I wanted to use this. The colorway that I used is line dried. But this is a size 4. This is a 60% cotton and a 40% acrylic. And it's a size 4. So I had to resize it. Now, I made a separate video showing how I resize things when I'm using a different size yarn for a wearable or something that size matters, and how I do the calculations using a gauge swatch. So if you're interested in learning how I do that, I will have that video linked down below. But this video, I'm just showing you my finished, you know, object. This was a great pattern. It's extremely detailed. There's a lot of detail and wonderful pictures and diagrams. So if you like this, I strongly recommend making it. Now, I couldn't decide which yarn I wanted to use. It was either going to be the one I used or this Sweet Roll Frosty. So I did 2 gauge swatches, and I much preferred the drape of this. If it was more of a closed stitch cardigan, I would have used the thicker yarn, even though they're both a size 4. I mean, look at the difference, because one's 100% acrylic. This is an acrylic cotton blend, and it's just a lot different. So if it was more of a closed stitch, I probably would have used this yarn, but I ended up choosing the Karen Cotton Painterly Cakes. But here it is, and I really like the way it turned out. I I don't think it'll look right over this. I could try and put it on for you, but because it's much too big, my mannequin. But I barely color controlled, very little. Okay, for the main body, I barely color controlled, but I did color control for the sleeves, as you can see. And that was easy enough. But the rest of it, I did not. There's a couple of hard breaks, like there. There's one, but there's not too many. I think that's really, and then there's one here and one here. But I think it came out really nice. This has really pretty drape, and I love this yarn. I love the cotton acrylic blend. I think it's so pretty, and I love these colors. So I don't know if I should put it on. I guess I could try it on, just show you where my sleeves fall and everything. It's just, this is pretty thick, and it's also a domino sleeve, like those bat sleeves. So it might end up looking silly. So let's not judge. Okay. You get the idea of how, you know, they're a little bit longer than 3/4, but I don't like long sleeves because they get in the way. She does decrease, and the way she decreased was very interesting. I might do it a little different the next time because it's like really drastic in one area, but I mean, you really can't tell, and it looks really good. You can see how long it is. So I'm very happy with this. I was really glad I made it. And this was one of those, it would have sat in my binder and I wouldn't have made it, and it would have been a waste. So let me just put this back up. I didn't block it or anything, so I'm just gonna, I just put it on backwards. Okay. Very pretty. I mean, if you want, you could always add buttons. You know, it'd be easy enough to do. Because you put a border here, and you can make that even thicker if you want. I did I do any changes other than the size? I don't think so. No. So that's pretty much it. This pattern, I'm going to have linked down below. Please check it out. Check out my video showing you how I went and sized it for me using this gauge swatch. And you can only do that if they give you a gauge in the pattern. And this had a gauge in it. So I was lucky enough to do that. And I was really happy because the size, I ended up making the large, and it ended up fitting perfectly. But if I did not figure out how many I should chain, it would have ended up being way too big because she used a lightweight and I used a 4. So it's, just a little math, nothing too complicated. So check out that video if you guys want to see how I do it. Okay, you guys ready to see what I'm going to be making next in this series? Okay, let's get the binder. And I'm going to say her name. Alexa, pick a number from 1 to 35.
Here's a number between 1 and 35. It's 8.
Oh, that's my favorite number. So we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Okay. Oh, these are scrubbies, but I don't have this is something that you use, the Yarn Bee Scrubology, but I can make it with cotton. I could do that. It doesn't have to be with scrubbies. This is really cute. Okay, so this is from Happy Rock Crafts, and they're really, really cute. You see that detail and the texture on that? So, this is for the Yarn Bee Scrubology. Now, they also I think red heart, line, I think everybody has it. I don't, but I can make these and use them as little face pads. So I don't mind. I have a thing full of cotton, so I could just pick different colors and make them little face pads. I think that'll be really cute and quick, which I really like. So I will link this pattern down below. It's it uses the bullion stitch, which I'm not sure I know. Kind of looks complicated, but she has a link on this pattern to a YouTube tutorial on that stitch. And other than that, looks pretty easy. I mean, it looks like there's just three rounds to it. So I'm very curious to try that stitch because look at that wonderful effect it gives. Really cool. Really, really cool. Okay, so I'm going to link the exfoliating facial scrub. I mean, she uses it for facial. Honestly, with my old skin, I would rather not use that abrasive stuff anyway, so I think doing it with cotton would be better. So that works out well. Okay, so that's what I'm doing in this one. Now, when I'm done with it, when I'm done with the pattern, like the iris, I put it in my pink binder, which is my finished patterns I have done. And I'm just gonna keep track, so at the end of the year, we could flip through and see everything that I made. And I put notes on it. So this, I'm gonna put notes like that I used a 4-weight yarn and how many I chained, and if I made any other changes and if I liked it or not. So it's a good reference. And if I'm looking for a particular type of pattern, then I could look at it and go, oh yes, I loved that. And this is a change I made, so I can do this. That's my thinking on why I'm doing this. All right, so that's it for this video. I hope you guys are all doing great, and I'll see you in my next video. Bye.